Maaabot lahat ng iyong inaasam. Kasipagan ng sagot, salat ka man sa kayamanan. Buksan ang pahina ng mga aklat ng karunungan. Edukasyon ating kailangan, kamamangan ating iwanan. Peace!
Ating lilipalin, ang himpapawin,
ating tanawin,
bagong wanasa ay muling tatanawin.
kinabukasan pagpipayin. Pilitin mo gawin,
Puspos ang pagsisikap,
pag-asa ay yakapin. Edukasyon ang kayamanan ng kahit ninuman. Isang pangarap ang tutupad, pagsisikapan ng lahat.
puspos ang pagsisikap,
Kaya mo yun, kaibigan.
mabubuo isang pangarap.
The COVID-19 pandemic has brought unprecedented changes to our usual ways of living. But the Department of Education remains unfazed by these challenges to fulfill the mission of Sulong Edukalidad, the rallying call for national effort to deliver quality basic education to all Filipinos, which involve aggressive reforms in the 4 key areas: the K-12 curriculum review and update, improving the learning environment, teachers upskilling and reskilling, and engagement of stakeholders for support and collaboration to move forward together as we prepare the education system for the future. The call for Sulong Edukalidad will continue, and we have built the framework of the Basic Education Learning Continuity Plan, or the BELCP, to put the needs of the learners at top priority. DepEd's BELCP is the major response and commitment to protect the health, safety, and well-being of learners, teachers, and personnel. The plan aims to provide opportunities to continue education even in these trying times with a BELCP in place, supported by an unprecedented number of diverse stakeholders from the academe, media, industry groups, NGOs, business and private individuals. Sulong Edukalidad will be able to sustain the aims in its reform for quality basic education. In our journey towards quality education, we have established the 4 pillars of aggressive reforms from the start, and we have been continuing to progress in these pillars. In improving the learning environment, we took action in the construction and rehabilitation of school buildings, ensured the availability of learning materials and equipment, and prioritized our last mile schools. The challenges of the pandemic also brought to light the urgent need to upgrade our ICT infrastructure to service the needs of education. In terms of the teachers upskilling and reskilling, we were able to establish more innovative professional standards for teachers and school heads. We have aligned the professional development of teachers with their career progression to track their development as part of the National Educators Academy of the Philippines transformation. With the launch of the Education Futures program, where we will be focusing on innovative actions and solutions to improve the state of our education, we are now more than ready to start a new journey and continue our fight for quality education for all Filipino learners. Finally, we've given high importance to the engagement of stakeholders for support and collaboration. In support of this, we have convened the Philippine Forum for Accessible Quality Basic Education, or the Education Forum, which will leverage other partnerships for education quality and strengthen partnership with the Philippine Normal University as the country's National Center for Teacher Education. The department has also been developing a professional development program for teachers and school leaders in order to equip them with the skills, materials, and data that will allow them to help their students prepare for PISA 2022. This intervention consists of the following components: online training for teachers and school leaders, development of learning materials and practice tests for students, deepening the analysis of the PISA 2018 results, and supporting school-level action research. Now that the year is about to end, our commitment to Sulong Edukalidad will continue and will be far from being gone. With a lot at stake, considering our new knowledge and experience from this year's challenges, we are equipped to face a new future. As we head on to the future where we will face many challenges and uncertainties, the department will always be the guardian of every Filipino learner's right to education.
Sino ba ang hindi naapektuhan? Sino ba ang hindi nag-alala? Sino ba ang hindi nalito? Lahat tayo ay naapektuhan. Lahat tayo ay nag-aalala. Lahat tayo ay nalito. Dahil binago ng pandemyang dulot ng COVID-19 ang paraan ng pamumuhay ng lahat ng mga Pilipino saan mang sektor ka nabibilang. Tumigil ang panandalian ang ating mga nakagawian. Tumigil ang lahat ng uri ng transaksyon. Tumigil ang lahat ng operasyon ng mga paaralan. Nakalilito. Nakakakaba. Paano na ang kinabukasan ng mga kabataan? Paano na tayo sa hinaharap? Opisyal na inilulunsad ng Kagawaran ng Edukasyon sa pangunguna ng Office of the Undersecretary for Curriculum and Instruction ang DepEd Teaches. Ito ay isang online na programa na gagabay sa mga guro, tagapangasiwa, magulang at mag-aaral hinggil sa mga pagbabago sa batayang edukasyon ngayong new normal. Ang DepEd Teaches ay angkla sa sulong edukalidad na nakatuon sa apat na pangunahing pangangailangan ng mapunyaging reforma tungo sa makalidad na pagtuturo at pagkatuto. Una, pagre-review at pagsasapanahon ng kurikulum ng K-12. Ikalawa, pagpapaunlad ng kapaligiran pampagkatuto. Ikatlo, paglinang ng mga bagong kasanayan sa mga guro. At ang ikaapat, ang pakikipag-ugnay sa mga stakeholder para sa suporta at kolaborasyon. Sa pamamagitan ng virtual learning platform, ang DepEd Teaches ang magsisilbing bukas na komunidad ng pagsasanay na titipon sa mga guro, tagapamunong pang-edukasyon at sa sinumang may pagnanais sa pagtataguyod ng kalidad na edukasyon sa bansa at sa pagtagumpay ng bawat Pilipinong mag-aaral. Ang mga opisyal, education specialist, learning content expert at outstanding teacher ng DepEd ang magiging tagapanayam na magbabahagi ng kanilang kaalaman at kasanayan sa kurikulum, pagtuturo at pagkatuto, pagtataya at lahat ng kaugnay na mahalaga sa proseso ng pagtuturo at pagkatuto sa new normal. Bilang mga frontliner ng classroom, inaasahang magiging aktibo ang mga guro sa programang ito. Ang mga tema at paksa ay angkop sa kanilang pangangailangan at konteksto sa pamamagitan ng accessible na platform, ang social media. Sumali na sa OUCI family sa DepEd Teaches, kung sama-sama mapahuhusay pa ang mga guro, kung sama-sama higit na malilinang natin ang mga mag-aaral.
True love is a reflection of the Savior's love. In December of each year, we call it the Christmas spirit. You can hear it, you can see it, and you can feel it. This is a quotation by Thomas S. Monson, an American religious leader. So happy second week of December. We anticipate a lot of excitement, surprises, and warm greetings this holiday season. Wonderful afternoon to all our avid viewers tuning in right now on DepEd Philippines Facebook page, DepEd Tayo, DepEd YouTube channel, and of course, DepEd Teaches. In today's episode, we will talk about regional strategies and initiatives for kindergarten and MTB MLE, which is a continuation of our theme, Teaching and Learning in the New Normal, Regional Strategies and Initiatives Across All Learning Areas. And we hope you have learned a lot in last month's episode and you passed our evaluation. So for this year, our last episode will be on the 23rd, where you will be given another evaluation. So please stay tuned with us every Thursday, only here on DepEd Teaches. So good afternoon, Ma'am Ana. How are you so far and what is in store for us in today's presentation?
Blessed afternoon to all. Hello, Sir July. So as promised, we will be sharing some initiatives, programs, projects, and strategies implemented by our partner regions in delivering instruction in the new normal. So last month, we finished the core or major academic areas. Today, we will focus our attention for our learners in Key Stage 1. As we all know, Sir July, this level is very crucial for the foundational skills of our learners. And the primary goal in this level is the literacy development, or helping our learners to develop their oral and reading skills. Hence, it has been a big challenge for all. How are we going to teach our younger learners, especially those in Key Stage 1, during remote distance learning?
Indeed, Ma'am Anna. And most of the concerns in the learning delivery modalities are the degree of supervision and support that our young learners need to acquire the target skills and competencies. And some of other common concerns are the following. Number one, they do not have the online connectivity, so they only rely on the module. Second, their parents are busy working. Third, their parents are not confident to teach them the skills. And lastly, both the parents and the teachers are worried about the reading and numeracy skills of our Key Stage 1 learners, as you have mentioned a while ago.
That's very true, Sir July. But good thing, the Department of Education, in collaboration with various stakeholders, we propose and design various strategies to address the limitations you've just mentioned posed by distance learning modalities. And first and foremost, Sir July, with or without internet, every Filipino learner can study through the modular-based instruction because the self-learning module is sufficient to facilitate learning the most essential learning competencies, or the MELCs, because its instructional design is based on sound principles of teaching and learning, or sound pedagogical principles.
And to add to that, Ma'am Anna, the department has given importance to the flexibility of the scaffolding of learning during the new normal, as reiterated on OUCI Memo 2020-307, or the suggested measures to foster academic ease during the COVID-19 pandemic, where a number of strategies are outlined, like streamlined learning tasks for students having difficulties, or the adjustments on the submission schedule of the outputs, and many other strategies.
I also remember, Sir July, several orientations were conducted since last year. For example, our bureau, the Bureau of Learning Delivery, we conducted the National Orientation on Learning Delivery Modalities for Parents and Learning Facilitators. We also developed Parents and Learning Facilitators Handbook for the new normal in basic education, and many other national orientations and webinars in collaboration with internal and external stakeholders, and capacity building suited for teachers, parents, and learning facilitators.
And given all those strategies, Ma'am Anna, the best part is our partners in the field, from the regional level, division level, down to the school level, have been very resourceful, responsive, and creative in coming up with strategies that are contextualized and fitting to their community. And in today's topic, the regional strategies in teaching kindergarten and MTB, or the mother tongue-based education, will be shared with us by Region 8.
Sounds exciting, Sir July. I believe even our parents who have been watching and supporting DepEd Teaches will also learn and discover ways on how they can help their kids, especially in reading, where, in Key Stage 1, they are taught in MTB, English, and Filipino. These languages are introduced in Key Stage 1. But before we delve deeper into this matter, Sir July, let us first do some quick assessment to check our viewers' prior knowledge. So, Sir July, could you share and explain to us the mechanics?
Okay, so Miss Anna, as always, we will ask 4 questions to our viewers, and they have to guess the correct strategy or approach. Choose the letter of the best answer. Or in other words, this is going to be a multiple choice type of activity. So identify the strategy used and type the letter of the best answer in the live stream page comment section. And for every question, our viewers are given 30 seconds. All right, so I think that's clear to everyone, and I guess we are ready. So let's do it now, Ma'am Ana.
All right, thanks for that, Sir July. Let us now show the first question. This is an approach to teaching based on child development and early childhood education research. It is the application of knowledge and skills to suit the age, individuality, social, and cultural backgrounds of each learner. This practice allows teachers to modify their teaching strategies to respond to diverse learner needs. Is it A, child-centered approach, B, contextualization and localization, C, developmentally appropriate practice, or D, readiness approach? You have 30 seconds to share the answer in the live stream comment section. Okay, so let's find out. What do you think is the correct answer? I guess all these choices overlap, but the best answer would Okay, so the best answer would be letter C, which is developmentally appropriate practice. The DAP is mentioned in DO 47, 2016, the Omnibus Policy of Kindergarten. This approach promotes each child's optimal development and learning through strength-based, play-based approach to joyful, engaged learning. Educators implement developmentally appropriate practice by recognizing the multiple assets all young learners bring to the early learning program as unique individuals and members of the community, and building on each child's strengths and taking care to not harm any aspect of each child's physical, cognitive, social, or emotional well-being. Educators design and implement learning environments to help all children achieve their full potential across all domains of development and across all content areas. Developmentally appropriate practice recognizes and supports each individual as a valued member of the learning community. As a result, to be developmentally appropriate, practices must be culturally, linguistically, and ability appropriate for each child. Okay, so I hope you were able to get that. Our first question, which is developmentally appropriate practice. Okay, so let us now show the second card or the second question.
this item. So the correct answer for this item number 2 is letter A, bridging. So the bridging strategy is indicated in Annex 4 of the Guidelines on Mother Tongue-Based Multilingual Education as stipulated in DO 21 series of 2019. And bridging is a performance-based and curriculum-embedded assessment tool designed to help teachers identify the intellectual strengths and constructs learning profiles of individual children between the ages of 3 and 8. And it uses teachers' observation of the children engaged in activities in their classrooms. Thus, bridging guides teachers in determining both a child has learned and how the child goes about learning. In doing so, teachers identify the child's strength and as well the areas where specific instruction, intervention, and practice will help further their learning.
Right. And to add to that, Sir July, this bridging in MTB is based on the belief that students learn more effectively when they have developed proficiency in their first language. So if students are literate in their first language, they know how language works. And first language proficiency provides an excellent foundation for learning the second language or another language. Okay, so that is bridging for the second question. Now let's continue. Let us show our third question, please. This approach primarily used in kindergarten a context for learning through which children organize and make sense of their social worlds as they engage actively with people, objects, and representations, where children are exploring, taking risks, engaging their imagination, and solving problems. Is it A, constructivist approach, B, experiential learning, C, inquiry-based approach, or D, play-based approach? You may start answering the question now. Okay, so let's find out. So the correct answer is, this is an easy one, so I hope you all got it correctly. Letter D, play-based approach or play-based learning. Play-based learning appeals to children's natural curiosity and their desire to engage in experiences based on their own unique interests as they make sense of the world around them. You know, in play-based learning programs, educators tailor their teaching opportunities to align with the type of play the children are engaging in. As we all know, play is an essential part of every child's learning. When children are playing, they're building their knowledge, skills, and attitudes for lifelong learning. And when children start school, they bring all these kinds of experiences they have learned with them. So teachers must seek to build on these skills, interests, and knowledge using the same vehicle for learning that works so well at home. And that is none other than through play.
That's very true, Ma'am Ana. And play is an important aspect of every kid's childhood experience, which we can also harness in education as a learning strategy in which we can create an environment where children can explore, make mistakes, reflect, and even to improve. And children use play to learn how communication works, manipulating words, tone, volume, and expressions of their own ends. And play can be unstructured, semi-structured, or structured ones. Okay, so let's now proceed to our last item. So let's show the card to our viewers. This approach is based on the idea that learning language successfully comes through having to communicate real meaning When learners are involved in real communication, their natural strategies for language acquisition will be used, and this will allow them to learn to use the language. So again, this approach in which the idea that learning language successfully comes through having to communicate real meaning. Okay, so is it basal reading approach? B, communicative approach? C, explicit teaching? Or letter D, multilingual communication? So dear viewers, 30 seconds start now. All right, so I think we can now reveal the answer here. The correct answer that we are looking for is letter B, communicative approach. So in communicative approach or communicative language teaching, or the CLT, prepares students to be confident communicators for different real-life contexts through repetitive oral practices, student-to-student cooperation. And classroom activities guided by the communicative approach are characterized by having to produce meaningful and real communication at all levels. And as a result, there may be more emphasis on skills than systems. And lessons are more learner-centered, and there may be use of authentic materials. And also in CLT, communication is the end and the means of the teaching method. All right, so just a quick recap of the strategies and approaches that we asked. We have the developmentally appropriate practice, bridging, play-based learning, and communicative approach, which are some of the approaches or strategies we use in teaching kindergarten and mother tongue-based multilingual education, or the MTB-MLE. Again, these are just few examples, and I'm sure there are other various techniques and methods of teaching that we use in teaching in Key Stage 1. And all right, so at this juncture, we formally introduce to you our resource speaker who will shed light on the teaching and learning in the new normal, regional strategies and initiatives for kindergarten and MTB-MLE.
With a great pride and honor, I am here to introduce our speaker, Director Evelyn Fetalvero. She's an epitome of a woman who values leadership, professionalism, and love for work in the Department of Education. She hailed from San Pablo, Season, Surigao del Norte, and she graduated Master in Education at Cebu State College of Science and Technology and Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Management at St. Paul University, Surigao. She's a leader who excels in skills and talents and dares to make a difference in the lives of the people around her. Top decisions are expected from her, thus she equipped herself with educational qualifications that will aid her professional growth to achieve success in all her endeavors. So she passed the different examinations from different ladders, from professional board exam for teachers, educational management test, and different levels and position of a career executive service officer, of which she became CESO 4 last February 2020. She gained innovative ideas from her scholarships and educational trainings. Few of them were the school's Division Superintendent Leadership Training Program, Salamin Diwa, Gabay, and Management Development Program. She's a recipient of different scholarship programs here and abroad. Among these countries are Australia, Taiwan, and South Korea. The wisdom that she got from these hard-earned trainings and scholarship grants paved the way to let her achieve exceptional accomplishments.
Her journey in the Department of Education always leaves a trail of pride, from teacher 1 to head teacher 3 to principal 2 to an education program supervisor, then an assistant school division superintendent, then a superintendent, to an assistant regional director, and finally to a regional director, had created a blaze that is worthy of emulation. She is always in pursuit of realizing the DepEd's mission and vision. She always encourages the teachers, the supervisors, and the leaders and other personnel of the department to be always dedicated and committed to their chosen call and inspire them to be truly oriented with the great responsibilities expected of them. With her recent leadership roles, she upholds the integrity and honor in the Department of Education Caraga region as the previous regional director and now as the regional director of DepEd Region 8. So ladies and gentlemen, I am very much privileged to introduce to you the regional director of DepEd Region 8 Eastern Visayas, none other than Dr. Evelyn R. Fetalvero.
If there is one characteristic that the people of Eastern Visayas region exude, it is the resilience that allows them to rise and prevail even in the midst of the trials in life. With the onslaught of COVID-19 pandemic, the same stillness and boldness have been displayed by these people, if only to deliver the quality of education to our learners, especially for the first K-stage learners in kindergarten to grade 3. Yes, it has been very challenging and it compels the DepEd Eastern Visayas to design and implement strategies in teaching and learning in the new normal. Today, we are pleased to share with you our humble initiatives in kindergarten education and mother tongue-based multilingual education, or the MTB-MLE programs. Our sharing shall focus on the three major ingredients that contribute much to the achievement of an improved reading and academic performance. These are teaching and learning strategies, learning materials that are relevant and of quality, and of course, culture and age appropriate, and assessment, which is paramount if we are to give justice to all the efforts we exerted. The results of the assessment will guide us in revisiting the instructional strategies and interventions and in redesigning the learning materials. These are the proven formula in the new normal, which our region would like to share with you. Our initiatives on teaching and learning strategies, reading and learning materials, and assessment. Even in this time of pandemic, we explored on the conduct of the virtual training on the adoption of the enhancement of pedagogical skills in teaching reading in mother tongue and bridging process. Likewise, the pandemic has not stopped us from conducting the training on the untrained K-3 teachers in digital courseware. There is this project Pagduawa, making sure that grades 1 to 3 teachers' knowledge and skills in teaching beginning reading are enhanced. This is also aligned to the project BASA of Samar in the division of Samar. Of course, that's project BASA Samar. Then, knowing the shift of learning from classroom to home, we also capacitated our parents so they can help us develop reading skills among our young learners. Our parents become even more our partners in education. There is also the Project Praise K, or pampering relationship to achieve improved synergy in educating kindergarten, a division-initiated project particularly in Catbalogan City Division. It synchronizes all the efforts of the home, community, and the school in teaching beginning reading to achieve a good start in kindergarten. We also have the Pictao Isti home-based reading program, the IKTK COVID-19 version, a reading engagement through modular with kids teaching other kids. As enhancement to the modular distance learning, in Tacloban City, we have kindergarten recorded videos aired in PRTV and Kaogok Radio. Then, there is also the TAC TV with where transportation is not possible, our teachers have to hike to the learners' communities to monitor and assist them in their lessons. This is what Project Read You Baktas in the Division of Samar is all about. And in this project blog, or Bridging Learning Opportunity Gaps, the school secures permit from the local IATF to conduct limited face-to-face tutorial classes to 5 learners per session once a week in 30 minutes to an hour. In Ormoc City, there is the LGU project dubbed as Ayuda, or assisting young learners in upskilling and holistic development towards better educational achievement. We are also proud to let everyone know how our region explored on Trumpa-based instruction, or Pag-arad-man sa kahanginan, through the support of the local officials in the barangays. Then, a culture of sharing innovative practices relative to the delivery of instruction is also institutionalized through the project Pag-inambitay of the Division of Southern Leyte. So, those are the teaching and learning strategies which show the ingenuity of our DepEd people and stakeholders. Now, let us talk about our initiatives in the teaching learning materials. In our region, our main modality is the distance modular learning with the self-learning modules for mother tongue-based in grades 1 to 3 and the kindergarten learning experiences, or the KLE. However, we have some of our contextualized learning materials such as Giya sa Pag-aradman sa Panimalay as our contextualized home-based learning facilitators toolkit. Primary lessons for grade 1 with Waray electronic books, or the e-books installed in tablets and laptops, both for teachers and learners use, and interactive storybooks and ebooks in Sinugbuanong Bisaya. There are also quality-assured online, offline audio and video lessons on different sounds. A karaoke songbook, compilation of local songs to develop reading skills while signing with a video explainer on correct sound production. Teacher-made audio, video recorded lessons both in Waray and Sinugbuanong Binisaya, grades 1 to 3. And the Kaalam app in NTB. In addition, there is the Panurundon sa pagbasa in Calbayog City. This is for the beginning reading with 8 volumes or 8 modules. There is also a digitized version of the Panurundon sa pagbasa. And in Leyte Division, we have the digitized stories saved in hard drive and distributed to teachers and learners. This is the DORAS, or the Diverse Opportunities in Reading Access for School Children Book Pack. Again, the culture of sharing is so alive in our region. We have the Project Pahuam or barter system. Teachers can borrow teaching and learning materials from other schools. Then, there is the project 3 R's in reading: reuse, recycle, reproduce. Available LRs in the school community for the learners to read at home. Lastly, under our initiatives in the teaching and learning materials, we have the project B2B, or Back to Basic, where flashcards or CBC patterns are distributed to learners. This time, we are excited to share with you what we've got in assessment. For assessment, we have the quarterly portfolio initiated by the region and is being contextualized in the different divisions. There are 13 divisions in Eastern Visayas region. This tabo sa Kinaadman is a version of Portfolio Day in Southern Leyte Division. The region has also institutionalized the conduct of virtual slumber party. These activities an avenue for kindergarten learners to showcase their talents and display their skills in terms of independence, self-advocacy, making and strengthening relationships, friendships, and learning the valuable self-help, social advocacy, and communication. It also promotes enjoyable and engaging virtual learning environment and develops camaraderie among learners, parents, teachers, and other stakeholders as partners of or partners in education. And there is also Project RIPPLE, which stands for Resources Interventions for Progressive Performance in Learning Environment, which focuses on the 7 domains of kindergarten curriculum. The kinder teachers and other stakeholders are guided on the activities to be undertaken, aligned with the needs of the kindergarten learner. So, Dukufolio Timeline is a project in the division of Northern Samar. This is an initiative where the important documents of kindergarten learners are recorded as to the timeline of accounting the daycare ECCD checklist, key ECD schedule of administration, and the kindergarten progress report card release. We also embarked on contextualizing the early grade reading assessment both in Waray and Sinugbuanong Binisaya. We have created EGRA online recording for easy consolidation and data gathering. Added to our initiatives on assessment, we are able to get the support of the ABC Plus project, Advancing Basic Education in the Philippines, and UNICEF. We have the Contextualized Comprehensive Rapid Literacy Assessment, or the CRLA, for Waray and Ina Bacnon, a local language in Kapul, Northern Samar. On its second phase of quality assurance, while we are still on stage 1 of the development of the CRLA for Minamanwa. This is the language for our Mamanwa, the indigenous peoples in Las Navas, Northern Samar. It has been a challenge developing the CRLA in Minamanwa because of the language intricacy, but we push harder because we do not want any single learner to be left behind. Now, with all these initiatives in kindergarten and in MTBMLE of our region, in the teaching and learning in the new normal, there is one thing we have realized even more, and that is our people, our teachers, school heads, regional office, and schools division office personnel, and our stakeholders are willing to do immense and unceasing sacrifices for the love of our learners. This is because we are always guided by this Bible verse, Thessalonians chapter 3 verse 13, and let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. As for you, brothers, do not grow weary in doing good, for you have need of endurance, so that when you have done the will of God, you may receive what is promised. Thank you for listening, and God bless everyone.
Thank you so much, Director Evelyn Fitalvero. It is very amazing to see and discover the ingenuity and the practical approaches implemented by the different schools divisions in Region 8 in teaching kindergarten and MTBMLE. And thank you so much, Director Fitalvero, for sharing the accomplishments and remarkable works of your teachers and instructional leaders in Region 8. And we are very glad to have listened again to you here on DepEd Teaches for the second time around. And so now to all our audience on DepEd Teaches Facebook page and the rest of our social media platforms, don't forget to share your insights and comments using the hashtag I support DepEd Teaches and hashtag DepEd Teaches episode 47. You can also share your selfie post while you were listening in today's presentation, and we really love to hear all your feedback.
Once again, thank you so much, Dr. Evelyn Fitalvero and the rest of Region 8 for your constant support here on DepEd Teaches. We just want to remind our viewers, don't forget to register for this month of December. The link is shown on the screen, and you can scan the QR code for the registration. Our evaluation will be given on the 23rd, which is the last episode for this month.
On behalf of the Curriculum and Instruction Strand, thank you so much for spending your Thursday afternoon with us. And this is the time to reach out to our young people and find out what to do and not do to make their learning a life-changing experience, not a mechanical transaction. Hence, here on DepEd Teaches, learning is much more than a transmission of knowledge, but that learning is about an experience. Our mission is empowering teachers, enabling learners. A blessed afternoon, everyone.